Hello dear students, welcome to the lecture series of Advanced Java. I'm Shruti Agnik and today we will be peeping into networks and sockets. Okay, now what are networks? You all are aware of what is a network. It is nothing but an interconnection of the digital devices. Now these digital devices can be in form of nodes or any workstations, and they can be desktops, they can be laptops, they can be mobiles, they can be tablets. So any such digital device which is connected with each other, okay, not necessarily mobile to mobile, it can be mobile to computer, it can be mobile to a laptop. So this interconnection is said to be a network. They can be connected via internet or they can be connected via intranet. Now, internet is geographical, there are no limitations. It is not restricted to a specific area. It can be all around the globe. Any device can be connected with any other device. Whereas in an intranet, it is geographically specific or a limited area connection, where you can say computers or nodes in a specific room are connected or a specific building are connected. Okay, such are intranet services. So networks are nothing but this kind of interconnection of digital devices, and these are done in order to share information or to communicate with each other. Okay, so best example of network in today's world can be a client server technology. Now what is a client server technology? There is a server which is ready to provide services and there is a client who is asking for service. Okay, so let us take an example of Gmail. So Gmail is a server, okay, where we as clients are asking for services of delivering emails or reading emails. So client server technology is the best kind of network. Now, in order to develop such kind of networks, you require to have a knowledge of sockets. Okay, so before we move on to sockets, let us study something which is analogous to how sockets work. Let us see how letters can be delivered. Now, if you are delivering a letter, if you just write down the apartment name, do you think your letter will be delivered? No, because something is missing. Now, what is this missing thing? It is nothing but your apartment number. If you write down your apartment number, then you will be more detailed specifying that you want your letter to be delivered to a specific place. Okay, without the flat number, you can move on to the apartment, but you cannot deliver it to a particular flat. That is why, in order to successfully deliver or accurately deliver a letter, you require two things. That is the name of the apartment and the apartment number. Similarly, if you want to communicate, you communicate via sockets, then sockets are said to be the two endpoints of a two-way communication. Okay, it is a logical kind of concept. Sockets are logical concepts. They cannot be seen, they cannot be touched. They are supposed to be imagined, and it is nothing but a two-way communication where you are delivering a letter to some place and someone is delivering you a letter back. Okay, so you can say that these two endpoints are sockets. Also, socket is nothing but a combination of IP address and port number. Okay, so IP address is nothing but it is analogous to your apartment name, and port number is analogous to your flat number or apartment number. Okay, so without knowing both these things, that is which computer you want to communicate via IP address and which service you want via the port number, you cannot communicate with any other with any server. Okay, so let us say, for example, if I want to transfer a mail to a specific account, then first I should know which computer I'm supposed to send the message, okay, or send an email. So I should know the IP address of the computer where I want to send the email. Second thing is, I should know that I want to send an email, so I have to use a specific port number. Without that specific port number, I won't be able to send an email. I will be able to transfer a file. I may be able to do something else, but I won't be able to transfer an email without a specific port number. Okay, so let us see what are port numbers. Port numbers are nothing but a kind of network service that you are going to use. Okay, so if you want to transfer a file, that is FTP, you need to use port number 21. If you want to send a mail, SMTP, you are supposed to use port number 25. If you are using telnet services, you are supposed to use port number 23. If you are sending HTTP request response, you are supposed to use port number 80. If you are using some HTTP secure kind of service, you are supposed to use port number 443. Okay, so these are certain well-defined port numbers. You also can define your own service at a unused port number which are available. Those are ephemeral port numbers which are not used. Okay, so you can keep your own, you can have a deliver your own service at an unused port number. Okay, so these are actually how port numbers are used. Okay, now let us see how two commuters here are communicating. Okay, so they are actually not communicating with each other, they are communicating with some other computers. Okay, so you can see this first computer is having an IP address of 192.168.1.1 and it is communicating on port number 1024. Okay, with this particular computer, and the second computer is communicating with computer 192.168.1.254 at port number 1025. Okay, so that is nothing but they are opening sockets with their respective computers with which they are communicating, and they are establishing a network and communicating with each other. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture.